Greetings, everyone. Thank you all for being here. We are now ready to begin our Teacher of the Year recognition program for 2019-2020. This day has been long awaited, I know by me, and certainly I hope by our recipients on today. This is for your honor, so we salute you today, and we certainly hope that each one of you that is your designated School Teacher of the Year will feel the love, the effort, and all the accolades that come with this day. And hopefully you will treasure it long after today and in years to come. At your table, you'll see an outline of our program, and we will follow the program as printed, with the exception of one correction. Our blessing will be done by C.J. Stubbs. So at this time, I would like to call upon our superintendent of the Dublin City Schools to come and give you an official welcome at this time.
If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're excited about our honorees and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. Now let's wiggle those hands and those fingers up high. Let's crisscross applesauce. Give yourselves a big hug. From Dublin City to each of you, and we welcome you, our media, our partners, our stakeholders, our families of our honorees today, and our honorees certainly. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Everybody, please join me in a word of prayer. Lord, please bless the teachers who give their heart to teaching. Thank you for the special gift that you have given them. Thank you for blessing them with a spirit of grace and compassion. May they have strength and endurance to perform their many tasks, and may they know and feel the deep gratitude of those whom they teach. In your name I pray. Amen.
Good afternoon. My name is Amari Bloodsaw, and I am Student Council President at Susie Dasher Elementary. And I am here to say the pledge. You may stand. Attention, salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we've watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
My name is Joshua Brown, and I would like to read a poem written by my teacher, Miss Lachelle Allen. The title of this poem is Our Children All Need Great Teachers Like You. You once had a choice, and you chose to teach. and every day is our children you reach. You make the difference in the life of each child, those that are quiet and those that are wild. It's the way that you teach, you do it so well. They look up to you and think you are swell. You teach from your heart, that's plain to see. They think you're divine, and we all agree. Please never forget and remember, it's true. Our children all need great teachers like you. We appreciate you and we value your time. And if you should forget, please reread this rhyme.
If you're in the market for affordable transportation, come on in to Dublin Auto Sales. Getting to work, school, or around town every day requires dependable transportation. And that's what you'll find at Dublin Auto Sales, offering in-house financing too, so credit is never an issue. See Wayne Kemp or any of his friendly staff. Bill Topping, Alan Fields, TJ DeRochi. Look for Dublin Auto Sales at 1705 Telfair Street and 406 North Jefferson, and also at 511 North Jefferson, where you'll find a great deal. Dublin Auto Sales, affordable transportation you can count on.
When you want convenience, you want Neighbors Express, where you'll always find friendly, courteous service every time you visit us. Fill up with Pay at the Pump. Take advantage of our bigger and better selection of beverages and tobacco products. Enjoy our popular crushed ice with your favorite fountain drink. And you can always enjoy a fresh hot breakfast, lunch, or dinner. So stop by and see us today, where it's always convenient and friendly. Neighbors Express, locations at I-16 at 441 and in Cedar Grove, where we provide farm fuel for all our customers. When you want convenience, you want Neighbors Express.
If I may have your attention at this time, we're ready to return to our program. I hope you enjoyed your lunch. I know I did. I see nods of heads. Very filling. Please don't go to sleep after a full stomach. Let's give our culinary staff a hand for such a delightful meal that we enjoyed. Today, as I've said earlier, is the culminating activity of a very lengthy process that began back in the fall of September 2019, when you as individual teachers were first named and nominated and selected by your peers to be your school teacher of the year. Fast forward, we are here now to salute you and dedicate this time as we collectively and individually celebrate you and show appreciation for your selection as an outstanding teacher. Please know that your value goes far beyond these walls. You are esteemed as a professional who has impacted the life of many students, and furthermore, you have demonstrated your willingness to give unselfishly of your talents, skills, and resources to guide your students along their educational path. And because you do what you do each day, this ceremony was dedicated and designed to convey two simple words: thank you for all that you do for students within the Dublin City Schools. Before I proceed any further with bringing you up to introduce you to the group, I want to acknowledge members of our audience and special contributors who support this recognition program, because it is certain that we need some of the finances to undergird the effort that we have put on for today. And if you look at the back of your program, you'll see who our contributors are. We have gold level contributors, silver level, and bronze level. And to those persons on today, we say thank you for supporting the Dublin City School Teacher of the Year recognition program. We have in our midst today our chairman of the board, if you'll just raise your hand, Chairman John Bell, Of course, you've already been introduced to our superintendent of the Dublin City Schools. We have our central office staff here, if you'll just raise your hand. Thank you for your support today. Our principals of the individual schools, you'll raise your hand, thank you. Our community judges that are present, we have some representatives of those persons today. They help to determine who our system level Teacher of the Year will be. So we appreciate them coming to be a part of this setting. We have our news media outlet. They're here and working. So thank you again for being here. And not least among this group, we have family members that have come along with the honorees today. So I'm going to ask that you stand so we can acknowledge you in your presence. Family members that have come. Thank you for being here, and we certainly hope that you have enjoyed being a part of this setting today. Now, without any further ado, I want to present to you our individual school teachers of the year. I'm going to ask our superintendent if he would come forward at this time to present you your token. And also, when the Teacher of the Year is named, if the principal of that school will come up as well and stand behind your Teacher of the Year. Okay, we're going to begin with our first person from Susie Dasher Elementary School, Kimberly Bowers. Kimberly is a former honor graduate of Dublin High School. She has been an educator for 23.5 years, which is a great deal of time that she has given to education. And she currently works as a first grade special education teacher at the Susie Dasher Elementary School. Our next recipient comes from Hillcrest Elementary School, Mr. Joshua White. Mr. Joshua White is an elementary educator and has been for the last 8 years. He began his teaching career in Glenn County, Georgia. But one day he saw the light and decided that he needed to be with the Dublin City School System. And so we're happy to have you, Mr. White. He's a third grade teacher and he currently teaches math and science. Our third recipient is from Dublin Middle School, Dr. Paulette Chappell. Dr. Chappell has served 24 years in the teaching profession. Of those 24 years, 16 have been in her present position at Dublin Middle School as a teacher of social studies. We're so delighted that you have given so much of your time to our school district. Congratulations on your honor. Our next recipient is Mrs. Amber Donnell from Dublin High School. I hear some cheers from Dublin High School over there. Mrs. Donnell is a veteran teacher who has given 29 years of service to the education field. She currently serves as a 10th and 12th grade math teacher at Dublin High School. Congratulations to you. Our next recipient is Mr. Maurice Stantley, who is better known to many as Mo Stantley. He's absent today because he's attending to a wrestling tournament, which trumps being over here today. But we do extend to him a heartfelt thank you for the job that he has done, and with him today that's taken the award in his place is a student from Moore Street. I would add that Mr. Stantley is noted for having been the first of his family members to graduate from high school and to attend college, so that's quite a feat. Our next recipient is Mr. Riley Holmes from the Irish Gifted Academy. Mr. Riley Holmes is a former Dublin High School salutatorian. Had to get that out. He has been teaching for the last 4 years, and this is his first year at Irish Gifted Academy, and has garnered the first title to be named Teacher of the Year of that particular facility. So congratulations to you. What a fine group that we have in front of us today. And we just want to say thank you again for the job that you do each and every day. We certainly appreciate you, and you deserve another round of applause for what you do. Now, my introduction was a brief narrative of these persons that are being honored today.
So I'm Will, and this is my wife, Babs, and I grew up in Dublin. And Babs and I met at the University of Georgia when we were in college. After dating a while, we got married, moved off to North Carolina for seminary, and then towards the end of seminary, we got a call from First Baptist, and there was an opening for a youth ministry position.
We had found a house before we moved down to Dublin. The day we were supposed to move to Dublin, we found out that that house wasn't going to work out.
So we called up Susan and the team and just asked, where do we begin? Where do we start? You know, what do we need to do to make this move forward?
They were very patient with us and trying to find, with our new salaries, a house, and working with us to get those numbers correct so that we could purchase the house that we're in now. So they helped us not only once but twice through the whole process. So
we had questions and we didn't know really who to ask, and so we really just directed all of them to Morris Bank, and we would ask Susan, or we would speak with one of her teammates, and whether it was something that they were supposed to know or answer, they usually always helped or would find the answer for us. And so it really just made the process, you know, very easy, and reassured us that they knew what they were doing, even though we had no idea what we were doing, and that it was just a very smooth process. Just walking through the door the first time, just imagining that our family was going to get started there. It was just a really exciting time to think about all the possibilities because of a home, and that we could share that with friends and family.
In a few minutes, you're going to see a video that captures a lot more than what I had to share with you. And I just want to say thank you to Jason Halcomb for having put this together. And so if you can take your seats at this time and enjoy the video that has been designed for your appreciation and enjoyment.
Well, the thing I enjoy about teaching math here at Hillcrest Elementary is those little light bulb moments. The day when something finally clicks in their mind and you see the light go off, or you hear them say, "Oh, I get it now," and they understand. Well, the reason why I went into education really has a lot to do with a teacher that inspired me. It was my senior year of high school, and I was always the student that just kind of flew under the radar. I didn't try very hard. I did just enough to get by, but I had a teacher really take an interest into me, and his name was Mr. Culver. And not only did he take such an interest that I wanted to go into education, he was a civics teacher. My undergraduate degree is in civics, political science. So he was just a big influence on me just by showing up and showed that he cared. And for someone like me that was the student that always flew under the radar, it was important to me that if I was going to teach, that I started in elementary school so I could reach kids like myself, or attempt to reach kids like myself at an earlier age so they could really get invested in school and in themselves.
We're so happy to have Mr. White this year on our third grade team. He has come in with such a positive attitude. He's brought so much experience from where he's come from to the students as well as the faculty. He's actually involved the community in the learning of the students this year. He has a lot of innovative ideas in the classroom, and he's just a team player. Anything that you ask him to do, he always says yes, and the kids are enjoying him. We're enjoying him, and it's just a win-win situation. So kudos to you, Mr. White. Congratulations, and we're just so happy and thrilled to have you here this year.
He was all about building a rapport with the students first. His first goal was to have the students to work on their self-character so that way he can easily touch the lives of them and then instill the academic achievement into them to want them to grow.
Every time he do a problem, sometimes he help us out on the problem and we get the answer, and then we get our grades up to 100.
It is my first year at Hillcrest, and I was beyond surprised and honored that they selected me for Teacher of the Year. It's very humbling. So I try to represent them the best that I can because, you know, all of us here, we represent each other. But I'm honored and I'm blessed, and I'm just going to continue to try to represent us as a school the best that I can. But I'm very thankful and honored that they would consider me a good teacher.
The reason I wanted to become a teacher is because I wanted to help my community. I see a lot of kids that need that guidance, you know. Just being a teacher can change a child's life and be that person you can talk to. Also teach them about how the world works. You know, I think our community need a lot of people to step up.
What makes Mr. Stanley a good teacher? Mr. Stanley has his own style, and his own style is Mr. Stanley's style, is Mo's style. And that style tends to transfer over to the students. And when it transfers over to the students, you can see that their faces light up because he's inspiring them, he's teaching them, he's leading them. And they follow him, And his sense of humor. Because sometimes when we have those moments in teaching where it seems like we're in the valley, he has an interesting spin on how he talks about us trusting and coming out of that valley. And I think some of that has to do with him being associated with the football team, being a football coach. I think some of that has a lot to do with that. So just his personality and his ability to see the bright side and to lead not only the students, but his colleagues as well, especially when we have those in the valley moments.
What I mostly love about Mrs. Stanley's class is that Mrs. Stanley is more helpful. He more like, he's like a best pal, and he's more of a teacher all in one. You can relate to him more. You can go to him with anything. You can talk to him basically with anything. Mr. Stanley is the most supportive teacher that I ever had in my history of going to school.
He makes you feel comfortable, and probably one of the best teachers I've ever had already. I can relate to like what he does. Like he used to wrestle, I used to wrestle. Athletes, I mean, they click a different way, but really he's really helpful. And he's gonna make sure you get done regardless.
He understands the students and try to meet them where they are. Now, only Mr. Stanley is responsible for two intercourse tests, meaning the U.S. history and the econ, along with the 8th grade test also too. So all the milestones pretty much for social studies, Mr. Stanley is responsible for. He never complains, always smiling, always willing to just go the extra mile to help our students. And he's always been a positive young man. Now, you know, has his own family, and just willing to grow. Keeps that positivity throughout the school, throughout the classroom, and pretty much he just brightens everybody's day.
I just love Morris Street. Morris Street is one of the ones that we're one big family as far as the staff and the kids. You know, we got some amazing kids. I wouldn't trade them for the world. We have our good days, we have our bad days, but it's just something seeing that kid walk across stage and you see that big smile on their face and they just said, I did it. Because a lot of kids don't think they can do it until they meet the right person that can motivate them to do it.
Here at Irish Gifted Academy, I wake up every day and I'm excited to come to work. I got a great group of kids that I work with. You know, they make me a better teacher in that they make me want to find the next big thing for them to help them enjoy coming to school as much as I enjoy getting to teach them.
Coach Holmes is a testament to the broad flexibility we have as a charter school system and the power of it. We were able to bring in someone who is passionate about kids and passionate about his content area, especially the science. And I've enjoyed, especially this year, working across the hall from Coach Holmes and listening to him in his actual element and enjoying the kids and how he brings science to life. He's always excited, he's always well prepared, and I'm really amazed at how much work he puts in on the field and the hours, knowing the coaching hours that he puts in, and he puts just that same amount of care into his classroom. And so that's a great thing.
He's really fun. He gives us a lot of fun activities, a lot of hands-on experiences. He's really energetic, and it makes his class really fun.
You can trust him a lot. Like, you can tell him stuff. You get to know him better.
Mr. Holmes is very unique in character and in the way that he teaches children and the way that he delivers models of learning to the kids. You won't meet any person quite like him. He's a status quo disruptor. And what I mean by that is he takes the children who are shy and uncomfortable and he makes them very active and enthusiastic and engaged before the end of the year. You can just see major growth in all of the students that he touches.
I'm glad to know that, people see that I'm here and I'm passionate about these kids and I'm passionate about Dublin City Schools, and that it feels good to be appreciated. Absolutely. I think people in this building know that I do anything they need me to do whenever they ask me to, and I know that my coworkers here are the same exact way.
Quality products and installations since 1985. That's 4 seasons. Tax season is here, and Jackson's Income Tax Service is ready to serve you. Jackson's Income Tax Service is open year-round to serve all of Lawrence and surrounding counties with all your tax needs. So don't delay. Come in today and get your taxes done and out of the way. Since 1987, Jackson's Income Tax Service has always stayed abreast of current and future tax laws and provided quality customer care while maintaining ethical and professional tax practices. Email Jackson's Income Tax Service at jits.tax@gmail, call 272-8681, or visit us at 610 North Church Street in Dublin.
So come to Jackson's Income Tax Service,
where experience makes the difference.
I was actually an engineering major, and I had a kidney stone during an electrical engineering final exam. And on the way home from Mercer to the hospital, I said, God, I don't want to do this anymore. What am I supposed to do with my life? My dad, the first thing out of his mouth before he even knew I'd said anything was, I never understood why you're not a teacher. And so I changed my school and changed my major and went into something that I desperately love.
Well, number one, her personality. She loves her students. She's very strong about math. The kids are going to get it. She's awesome in the community, doing various community activities with the students, getting them out in the community so the community knows Dublin High School and our beta students and the other students that she works with.
She's passionate about everything she does, and she loves all of us like her own kids, and she's very passionate about IB and beta, and she takes time off to work with us. She loves me like her own, and even when I was going through stuff,
she interacts with us, and she makes sure that we understand what we're doing, and she also has plenty of activities for us to do that engages us in what we're learning. I love the zeal she has for what she does and the compassion she shows for not only the students but everyone she works with.
They really understand that she wants the best for them, so that's what really makes her a great teacher here at Dublin High School. Just always willing to jump in and help out. She helps with so many of our different programs. She's an IB coordinator here at Dublin High School, also the sponsor for our Beta Club, and just always willing to jump in and ask how she can help, always bubbly, and just really picks everyone up. If you're having a bad day, she has a lot of energy, and that really rubs off on a lot of people. And so she's just a jack of all trades.
These students are amazing. I absolutely love my children. When I'm down or just not even feeling quite myself, they pick me up, they take care of me. They fuss at me all the time about my health and my blood sugar, and it's like having a bunch of little moms. I was completely shocked by this award. I didn't even know what to say. I am so happy to be here at Dublin High School and to work for Dublin City Schools. I cannot imagine having anything better going on in my life than just being a part of this family and this organization. I still don't know what they see or what they saw, because there's so many talented faculty members here that give everything. They're here at nights, weekends, holidays. They're at ball games. They're supporting these kids. They're taking them to competitions. It's this family, this high school gives 100% every day, and it's a wonderful place to work. So I'm very fortunate, very blessed, and just awed that they would select me, and I hope I do them proud.
What I love about teaching history is that I can incorporate everyday life. I can incorporate all cultures, every ethnicity, just involve all of my students, engage everybody that I teach, just find a way to bring them all into the picture, regardless of how far I go back and how far we go into the future. I can find a way to make them a part of it and make my history come to life.
Our leader for like 3 or 4 years, and it's like everybody just gravitates to her leadership. You know, it's like she just has that presence, and when she comes around, I mean, you know, and she has such a good sense of humor. Like if we're uptight about something, she'll say something just off the wall crazy in the middle of a meeting, and everybody just like goes crazy. I mean, she just really knows how to keep us together. She's just like the glue on our hall that keeps us together, and so we really all just love her on 8th grade hall.
Well, Dr. Chappell, she's a leader in her classroom amongst her students, and she's also a leader amongst her colleagues. You know, also being able to provide me with some insight. I'm very appreciative to be charged with the task of being her supervisor, and it's been an honor and a privilege as well.
Ms. Chappell is a fun, loving person. She know how to teach us in the way, like, slow teach us the way, like, we know how to get it.
Dr. Chappell, she's nice, and she help us with anything we need help with. And if we have problems, most of the students go to her about our problems.
Watch Eric Thomas, that's my motivational speaker that I listen to at least once a week. And he talks about that we have to be that support system that some of our children don't have. Some may have it, but just need a little bit more. So we can't just give 100% anymore. I have grandchildren now, and I want to be that teacher that they see every day. And so now that I have those 2 little girls that are now a part of the public education system and systems, I just want to be what that Georgia Teacher of the Year looks like.
I love coming to work every day.
If I didn't, I wouldn't be here. When I was in high school, I did not want to be a teacher. I wanted to be an accountant like my dad, but I was asked to go and help out in the special education classroom, and I enjoyed working with the students with disabilities. They loved you. You didn't care what you did. You were there helping them, and that just turned me right there, and I decided to go into special education.
First of all, Mrs. Bowers is a special teacher because she always goes beyond, above and beyond what is expected of her. And as a person, she's an all-around loving person. She's very kind and just serves in any capacity.
Every day's different. You never know what to expect. I feel like when they're with me, I'm their mother during that time, so they're my babies while they're at school. So not only do I teach them the academic part, but I also can teach them life lessons to apply throughout the rest of their lives.
Miss Bowers is just very passionate about what she does. I think by far her passion exudes, several. She comes to work. She's always one of the first ones to get here, and she's one of the last ones to leave. She's just very, she's just tenacious about making sure that her students get what they need. At the end of the day, she's willing to pull out all stops. There's no hurdle that she's not willing to go over to make sure that her students and our students are successful. She's always a team player, and she's always willing, to say yes, Miss Fluker, and just for Susie Dasher, whatever you need for us to do, because at the end of the day, we're all about high achievement and success for all of our students.
She helps us and she supports us when we do good stuff.
This is a family at Susie Dasher, and we all love one another. We don't all agree on everything, but that's just like a family is. And in the end, we all pull together to do what's right and what's best for the students here at Susie Dasher.
Start the new year in a new ride from Dublin Chevrolet.
Dublin Chevrolet has the hot new 2020 Blazer for only $31,450.
New or pre-owned with great financing options.
Save almost $4,000 off this 2020 GMC Canyon.
We make it fast, fun, and friendly.
Take home huge savings on the Malibu LS for only $25,995.
Call, click, or come see us.
Dublin Chevrolet, the only dealer you'll ever need.
I'm Glenn Register, and on behalf of all the employees at Hometown Supply, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you for allowing us to serve you over the past 34 years. We have everything from four-wheelers and golf carts to cell phones and computers to flat screens and appliances. Come by today and let me show you what I will do for you. We have affordable payment plans to fit your budget. Just remember, if you can't do business at Hometown Supply, you just can't do business.
What a beautiful video of our teachers and giving us insight into their day-to-day experiences in the classroom, comments that have been shared by principals, students, and colleagues just add merit to the title that you have been given as Individual School Teachers of the Year. So again, congratulations. So now we're to the part that is really the climax of all of this today, and that is in naming our System Teacher of the Year. I've asked our former System Teacher of the Year for 2019, Mr. Christopher Lewis, if you'll come forward at this time. So at this time, you're going to open the envelope and you're going to reveal to this audience who our System Teacher of the Year is. I'll give you the mic.
Our 2020 Dublin City Schools System Teacher of the Year goes to Mr. Joshua White from Hillcrest Elementary.
Mr. White, you now represent the ambassador for Dublin City Schools as the System Teacher of the Year. And personally, I would like to say congratulations to you and to all of the others of you that were selected individual school teachers of the year. I want you to know that this was not an easy decision by the judges. They looked at me and said, all of these would be capable of being the System Teacher of the Year, which I concur with. But as you know, only one person can get it. And so again, we say congratulations to you and to all of you that were representatives of your school. You deserve your own pat on the back for where you are this day and what you've done. So thank you so much. We are so proud of all of you and the work that you do each day.
I'd just like to say I could give them a short regular speech or a long one, but really it deserves a long speech. But I just wanted, from the Dublin City Board of Education, I'd like to congratulate the Teachers of the Year and the System Teacher of the Year. Every day at Dublin City Schools is a great day, and today is a special great day. And I'd like to thank everyone that participated in this program and helped this program take place. And I'd like to thank everyone, all administrators and teachers and everybody. Thank y'all.
This concludes our Teacher of the Year recognition program for 2019-2020.